fact that I don't think the general public understands how their bodies work very well. And like we understand most things, but specifically I'm talking about like exercise science and like movement, weight loss, things like that. I just feel like people are very confused, and sometimes I just feel like people are in denial because like concepts that are scientifically proven make no sense. For example, do you know how many times I have heard people say that calories in, calories out does not work? I'm sorry, the only way you're going to lose weight is if you are in a caloric deficit. That is the only way. You can't lose weight if you're not in a caloric deficit. If you are eating more than you are expending, you will not lose weight. Now, saying, oh, you just need to be in a caloric deficit is very reductive. Of course, there's more to it. There's a lot of psychology to it. There is foods that are more satiating for less calories. There's making sure you're getting your nutrients, that you're not eating empty calories. Strength training as a tool so that like you can build muscle, which requires more calories to maintain than fat does. But to put it simply, the only way to lose fat is to be in a caloric deficit. You can't spot reduce fat. That's determined a lot by your genetics. It frustrates me because I was that kid that believed that waist snatching and those belly fat burning ab workouts were going to burn my belly fat, when all they were doing was working the muscle fibers in my abdomen. Like, your muscle fibers have nothing to do with your fat cells. You need to be in a caloric deficit to lose that kind of fat, to lose that kind of weight. And again, unfortunately, a lot of that is controlled by genetics, but also, like, that shouldn't be so, like, heartbreaking to people. That should feel empowering. Because, like, you can't control where you lose weight first, but you know what? You can spot build muscle, and that allows you to sculpt the shape of your body. But you can't. A 20-minute ab workout isn't going to burn the fat cells in your abdomen. I don't know why we still think this. I'm pretty sure it's influencer marketing. I'm telling you, people actually don't know this. And it's, like, heartbreaking to see. Like, it's not that simple, but it is that simple. Another thing that pisses me off is, like, summer bodies. Why are we only fit for the summer? Like, I get wanting to, like, feel good wearing less clothes in the summer, but that's a lot more about mindset. That has very little to do with your actual outward appearance. And they're not talking to bodybuilders, because bodybuilders will, like, bulk in the winter and cut in the summer. I know that's a thing. Like, I'm not super knowledgeable in that area, but I know that's a thing. But that's not what's being pushed with, like, summer body programs. It's just telling people to get fit for the summer. And I don't know why we can't just, like, move long term. Also, why do we have to get everything in a timeline? Why do you need a timeline to get a six-pack? Why do you need a six-pack? Like, it's unnecessary. If you want one, that's cool, but, like, you don't need one to be healthy. Because in order to have a six-pack, you not only need all the muscle, but you need to have a low enough body fat percentage that the muscle can be seen. Which is fine if you want that, but you don't need it. And you definitely don't need it in 6 days. You know, I have no problem with, like, challenging yourself. Like, for example, I love steady-state cardio. I love just good, old-fashioned running. A lot of people don't like that kind of thing. You definitely don't need to do that in order to, like, get fit or lose weight. I just happen to be somebody that really enjoys doing that. And I like to see if I can get my 5K time down. I love running 5Ks. I like to see how much further I can get myself to run. But I've never said in 30 days I'm going to run a 5K in 20 minutes. Why would I do that? Why do I need to? It's not necessary. I'm like, this isn't knocking on people that enjoy doing that. I just feel like it's a little bit misleading at times, because I was one of those people that truly believed that if I did an ab workout every single day for a week, I would be able to see a difference. And I couldn't, because of course I couldn't, because there's so much more that goes into it. I didn't even feel a difference after a week other than the fact that it hurt. Like, what are we telling people? There's so much about exercise science and the fitness world that people don't understand and that I wish people did. Like, did you know your metabolism doesn't actually, like, decrease that much as you age? A lot of it is your movement style changes. Like, you stop going outside and walking and playing, and you start doing a desk job for 8 hours a day. I'll link the study I got that from because it's actually very interesting. But I'll tell you why they don't say that. Because it won't sell. Because people want instant gratification and they want a quick answer. And unfortunately, when it comes to things like this, there is no healthy quick answer. Which sucks. It's not fun and it's not fair. But, like, we can't keep lying to people about how our bodies work. And we can't lying to people about how science works. I don't know, man. I just wanted to come and rant about that for a little bit because it really bothers me that people don't seem to know how their own bodies work. Like, knowledge is power. Like, gives you the power to do something about it. There are things you can do about body composition. There are things you can do about problems related to your health or your weight. But like, if we keep pushing false information to people, they're not going to do what they need to, and that's going to cause a lot of heartbreak and a lot of problems. And that is the end of my rant. I hope that you learned something from this, and I hope we can all foster a world where health and fitness is widely spread and acceptable and accessible as well, but like also realistic, and like we're not lying to people anymore. All right, stay safe, stay smart, work hard. Bye.